Thank you. Did you feel your heartbeat? Yes? Was it calm? Will you be able to focus within your heartbeat, or your mind is still wandering around?
Focus, focus, focus. Focus.
Whose mind is still wandering around when you feel those heartbeat? A lot. Don't be shy. Okay, that is how the mind works. Feeling your heartbeat is the same way as focusing in your breathing. That is one of the way to practice mindfulness as well. During this incident, we cannot do anything to help besides letting the medic and the doctor doing their job, right? The only one thing that we should do, which is I already talked right at the beginning, if we want to give something, we have to have it. And that this moment, we cannot give anything else besides that loving kindness, that mindfulness, that positive energy that can radiate it throughout this area. That's why we feel our heartbeat, stay focused, to cultivate, to generate that energy to support the victim. Okay, that is how we do it. All right. So we cannot create more negative energy during this time. Okay, thank you. And so now we come back to the mindfulness. Just within that few minutes, some people could feel our heartbeat. Pay fully attention to it, but some, our mind is still wandering around, and that is totally normal. Nothing wrong with it. You're okay, okay? You're still okay if your mind is wandering. That is normal, because that is the nature of our mind. It's wandering because we recorded so much thing in our mind already. So when there's right condition and right time, all those thoughts will pop up about the past, about the future. It will keep popping up one after another. And because we are not mindful enough within each and every heartbeat or within our breath, these is not strong enough, wasn't strong enough yet. That is why the thought is so strong, it pulls us off track, pull us off from this and this. Right? And so that is why we always train ourselves to stay focused within our breath or within our heartbeat. But you have to be grateful because you'll be able to see your thoughts. Thought is popping up every second. It's just that we don't even have time to come back within to see those thoughts, because we always chasing out there, doing so many things at the same time. And for that reason, we cannot see our thought. Now that we let go of everything and just pay attention to one thing, which is our heartbeat. And that is the reason why you are calm and mindful. And that is the reason why you can see your thoughts. So now when we see our thought pop up, what should we do? Try to push it away? Yell at it? Get mad? No, none of those. All we need to do is just observe that thought. When it arises, observe that. Acknowledge that as thought. Thought. Oh, I have a thought. That thought is popping up. We don't need to talk like the way I'm talking, okay? Well, all we need to do is just observe that thought and acknowledge it silently by saying 3 times, thought. Come back here within this breath or within your heartbeat. Keep bringing our mind back. That is what it means. Because our mind is set to another job, which is the thought. But our job is here or here, not this mind, right? So we need to change it. We need to bring that concentration back to this heartbeat or here. Let's pay attention to here. Don't be sidetracked, okay? Sound is just a sound. If we acknowledge that sound as a sound, when it comes to this ear, it'll go through this channel and go out to that ear. Don't record anything. Don't record anything within that voice, that sound. Okay? Don't be sidetracked. We just need to focus here. That is how we practice mindfulness. So when you hear any type of sound, any type of noise, acknowledge it as sound, 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 come back here. Heartbeat or here. And then we breathe in, breathe out, or beat by beat. And then you hear noise again, acknowledge it, sound, 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 come back here. To your original method, which is the breathing or heartbeat. That's all we need to do. Simple. Okay? Because the more you pay attention to that sound, the more you cannot stay focused in this or this. And that is why every time anything happens and the world throwing lemon at us, we react. When the world throwing lemon at us, we react and we suffer. When somebody says something that we don't like, we hold that and then we suffer. We hold that noise and then we think it over and over and over. And now we remember the face of that person and then we even get angrier, right? So we shouldn't acknowledge all those, but we only acknowledge as a sound. Because sound, look, this whole area, that air, when the sound absorbs into that emptiness, is vanished by itself, just like the wind comes and goes. We will not record anything back. But we pick to record it. When it goes through this ear, go through that filtration system in between and the brain, we keep it right there. That is why it's thick. Okay, now let's get the straw, put it in here. So when it comes to this ear, it will go out to that ear. Alright? So acknowledge it as a sound, 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 come back with the breathing, or come back with the heartbeat. That's all we need to do. Now, sensations on this body. Any type of sensation, any type of feeling, itchy, numb, pain, anything within this body, you just observe that feelings. Observe that sensation and acknowledge it as feeling or itchy, numb, come back here. Or come back to your heartbeat. That's all we need to do. Nothing else. Our job is to bring our concentration back to this present moment, which is each and every heartbeat. Which is each and every breath going in and out. Nothing else matters. This is the most matter things in our life right now. Without this, we die. And we don't know when that moment will come. Don't waste our time. Don't waste our effort. We utilize this to make a better life for us, to create a better life for us. We've been suffering so long and so much already. Within this year of 2026, we shouldn't go back to those old days anymore. Don't let anybody control us. Don't let material control us. Instead, we should know how to manage our emotion and feelings. Never react when the world throwing lemon and rock and bitter melons at you. When they throw lemons at you, take it. Make some lemonade. When they throw in rock at you, look at your garden. It needs some rocks. To plant something on it, collect them, decorate your garden. When it throw you bitter melons, it's okay, it's bitter, but it can cure your diabetes. Okay? So cook it, consume it to cure your diabetes. Alright? And so don't react to those things. To be honest with you, toxic people always love it when you react. When we react, they laugh. They enjoy. So we shouldn't be the victim of them. Instead, we know how to manage our emotion and our feeling. If you have to react, please react with kindness only. May you be well, be happy, and be peaceful with a smile on your face. That's how you react. And that is what I've been react for the last 107 days. Too many times, too many people, when they curse at us, when they step on the gas pedal so that the black smoke cover all the aromas. When we walk far away, they still yelling back here. Their voice is super strong. And of course, after that, they probably have to take some lemonade. That's why I love them, because they are torturing themselves. They are suffering. Because of that delusion mind, that's why they suffer and doing all that thing. Right? Because they hate themselves, that's why they create all that thing for them to be suffer. We don't need to add more to their plate. We should feel sorry for them. Right? So only react with kindness. May you be well, be happy, and be peaceful. Give them a smile. Walk away. Finish. You go your way, I go my way. That's it. But shouldn't react with anger. Because this world been receiving so much anger and hatred and everything already. That is why it's coming back to us with all kind of sufferings, all kind of disasters. Pandemic, COVID-19. How many people died? How many of us here have our family pass away because of COVID-19? We are lucky and grateful enough that we still survive. But there will be many more to come. It's not ended yet. So if we are not mindful to change it, instead of throwing hatred and angry and delusion and greedy to that universe, now we only throw loving kindness and compassion and peace to it. By doing what? Practicing mindfulness every single day. And every morning when you wake up, don't grab your lover, which is your cell phone. The first thing in the morning when you wake up, your habit is to grab that lover and check the status overnight on your page. Somebody messaged you or somebody commented you something, and then when you go in there and see the comment saying that this is so super nice, and then you're excited about it, but then there's a negativity comment, and you get mad. You ruined your day, right? So in the morning, when you wake up, no lover at all. Lock him or her up, put in the drawer. Okay? Go to the toilet after that. Well, you have to, right? In the morning, yes? In the morning, you have to go to the toilet. What is the first thing you would do in the toilet? Huh? Just be straightforward. Okay, you go to the toilet, you brush your teeth. Why do you have to think so much? Brush your teeth. Okay. So when you brush your teeth, water splashes on that mirror. Toothpaste on that mirror. Is that right? How many of you cleaned it off right after you use it? Raise your hand, please. I want to see you. Okay, about 20, 30 people out of 100 and 1,000 of people here that actually wiping it off after you brush your teeth and all those spots on the mirror. Why? Lazy. That is the correct answer. Laziness. Okay, I will do it later. It's okay. I'm rushing right now. That is the answer. Rushing. Right? We always rushing. We rush to go to the toilet. We rush to change, and we rush out that door, and then we forget our lover at home. We rush to go back and pick up the lover and then rush out the door again. Is that right? You could forget your children, but you cannot forget your lover. That is so sad. So when you go to the toilet, brush your teeth, please clean the mirror right away. After you finish brushing your teeth, clean it. It means whenever things happen to your life, don't record it. Don't hold it. Let it go right away. If that person bump into you, give them a reaction. May you be well, happy, and peaceful. Walk away. Instead of give them a bullet eyes. Right? That is how you let it go. That is how we purify our mind. That is how we clean our mind. The mind is that mirror. The more you let spots sticking on it, the more you cannot see yourself. Is that right? Because it's getting blurrier. Blurry and blurry every single time when you add more spot to it. Same thing when you keep on recording all those nonsense things and all those bad things and unhappy things in our mind. When you have full of thoughts that's unwholesome, you are overwhelmed with thought, and that is when you become stressful and anxiety and depression and commit to suicide. So that mirror reflects your mind. Purify your mind. Clean that mind right at that moment when the incident occurred. Don't wait for a week or 2 weeks or a month. Because after you waited for a month, that mirror is full of spots and sticking really hard. Now you want to clean it, you have to go to Home Depot and Lowe's and Walmart. You know what? After this journey, Home Depot, Lowe's, and Walmart have to pay me commissions. Just kidding. I talk about them a lot. So you need to go there and get some chemicals and cleaning tools. Is that right? Now go home, you need to apply it to that mirror and try hard to clean it. Is it difficult? Yes. You need to take more effort and time to clean that mirror to make it clear, right? Why would you want to do that when you can just wipe it off right off at that moment? Easy, done. So who's in here that will clean your mirror every single time from now? Thank you so much. Wow, thank you. And so, by doing that, means you don't carry your lover into that toilet with you. Okay? Because you need to be mindful on brushing your teeth. And be mindful to clean that mirror after you get out from that toilet. Still no lovers yet. Get a piece of paper and a pen now. Write down the statement said, today is going to be my peaceful day. Remember, this is very important even though it's something that the children do. But it doesn't matter what age. We have to train ourselves back to the old days. Using our pen, our hand to write it. And our mind is thinking of those words, writing it. Hand and mind pairing together. And then after that, read it over and over with our eyes. Today is going to be my peaceful day. Today is going to be my peaceful day. So eyes and mind pairing together. And then after that, read it out loud with our mouth. Today is going to be my peaceful day. Say it out loud. It doesn't matter if your family say that, are you okay? Yes, I am okay. I'm doing something good here, so don't bother me. Okay? Say it out loud. Tell the universe that today is going to be my peaceful day so that no one in this world can mess it up. Remember, no one in this world can mess it up if you don't let them. That sound come, you go through that straw and go out to this ear. Don't keep it. Anything come, just wipe it right off. Anything come, just let it go right away. Don't bring it home. Don't carry it with you. You've been carrying a lot of rocks on your shoulders. You add in more and more to your shoulders every day. Now is the time to drop them down. Not to collect anymore, but letting them go. That is how we change our life. And so, throughout the day, be mindful with, today is going to be my peaceful day. Be mindful with everything you do. One thing at a time. Do not multitask anymore. Eating, just be mindful on eating. Cleaning, just mindful on cleaning. Shower, just shower, no music. Changing, no music. Reading, no lovers. Okay, when you read, the book is right in front of you and the lover right beside it. I'm pretty sure your eyes will catch the lover more than the book. Okay? So, leave the lover alone to the side. Do one thing at a time. If you could do that, you change your life completely. We lack of focus. We lack of concentration. So much. And we lose in our memories every single day because of your lovers. You depend on that lover too much. Our eyes getting blurry. Our minds forgetting things. It's because we depend on technologies too much. Even a simple math, we cannot calculate it within our head. We have to use calculator and lovers. That is so sad. And our kids is now doing the same thing. Even worse. Right? We don't want to go there. Ask yourself, 15, 20 years ago, how many phone numbers you remember? A whole phone book? How much phone number you remember now? 5? 5 is a lot already. What happened? We losing our memory every day. If we continue doing this, one day we just sit in here. Have I eat yet? What should I do now? We're gonna become like that. Our mind is shrinking. It's shrinking. And all those suffering is expanding. Unfortunately, that's the fact. That's the truth. So we need to change from now. How many of us willing to change our life from now? Can you tell me, are you willing to change or no?
Yes.
That energy is not the changing energy. Will you change your life from now on?
Yes.
Will you practice mindfulness and to have peace for yourself from now on?
Yes.
Will you walk with us until the end of our life?
Yes.
Thank you so much. That is energy that we are looking for. Okay? Don't waste time for anything else, but use our time to work on this to have peace for ourselves. Together, we can change this world.
Yes.
But for the venerable monks alone, we cannot do this. And no one in this world could do that. But together, like today, you see, with that energy, with that sound, we could change anything. Imagine if all the people in this country and around the world are doing the same thing. We throw that loving kindness and compassion and peace to the universe only. It will shower back down with love and kindness and compassion and peace so that this world will become a better place for all future generations to live and for us to live. Is it wonderful?
Yes.
That is how the world should be. We don't need to continue fighting anymore. Instead, we need to fight with ourselves. Thank you so much, everyone. May you be well, happy, and peaceful.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, last, we will give you the peace bracelet. Is this what you're looking for? Me. Okay, tell you a story. When we walk, there's a lady write on a piece of paper say, I want to adopt you. Okay, so here the venerable monks will give out the peace bracelet for you. You know the meaning behind it, right? It means that we will tie you up with us so that you cannot escape from walking with us. Okay? So every time when you look at that peace bracelet, it reminds you that you have met the venerable monks, and so that you need to be patient, you need to practice mindfulness to have peace for yourself and your family, and to spread throughout this world. Thank you so much, everyone. Once you get one, please make a way out to both sides, left and right, so that way all the people can get one as well. And please, don't ask to take the pictures at this time. Thank you.
In the quiet spaces between our rushing, if we pause just long enough, there is a rhythm waiting to be heard. It is a rhythm we carry with us everywhere, yet it is so easily drowned out by the relentless roar of modern life. When was the last time you truly felt your own heartbeat? In a world that demands our constant attention, where our days are fragmented by countless obligations, notifications, and endless to-do lists, asking ourselves if our heartbeat is calm feels almost like a radical act. We are so accustomed to chasing the next moment that we forget to inhabit the one we are in. But the heartbeat, much like the breath, offers us a profound and accessible sanctuary. It is an anchor dropping into the deep, still waters of the present moment. When we first attempt to focus on this gentle thudding within our chest, we might find it surprisingly difficult. The mind, accustomed to running at breakneck speed, rebels against the stillness. It wanders into the past, it projects into the future, and it tangles itself in a web of anxieties. We might feel a sudden surge of frustration when we realize our focus has drifted away from our breath and is now replaying an awkward conversation from 3 days ago or worrying about a meeting next week. This wandering is entirely normal. It is the natural behavior of a mind that has been tasked with recording and processing an overwhelming amount of information throughout our lives. There is absolutely nothing wrong with you if your mind wanders. It simply means you are human. When all those recorded thoughts find the right condition, they pop to the surface, one after another, pulling us off track. The practice of mindfulness is not about achieving a blank mind or forcefully wrestling our thoughts into submission. Instead, it is a gentle, continuous return. When a thought arises, we do not need to push it away, yell at it, or feel defeated. We simply observe it. We mentally acknowledge it, perhaps whispering silently to ourselves, thought, 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 and then we guide our attention back to the breath, back to the heartbeat. We bring our concentration home. It is a quiet discipline of realizing that while our mind may be accustomed to the job of relentless thinking, our true job in that moment is simply to be present. By letting go of the external chase and paying attention to this one vital, life-sustaining rhythm, we invite a profound calmness to settle over us. We become the silent observers of our own minds. This cultivated calmness becomes our greatest offering when the world unexpectedly shifts and we find ourselves faced with a crisis. There are moments in life, sudden accidents, unforeseen tragedies, or moments of intense suffering, where we are physically unable to intervene. We might stand on the sidelines while medical professionals or first responders do their vital work, feeling a deep, agonizing sense of helplessness. We want to do something, anything, to fix the situation. Yet, in these moments of acute vulnerability, the most powerful thing we can offer is the very peace we have cultivated within ourselves. We cannot give what we do not have. If our internal landscape is chaotic, panicked, and fearful, that is the energy we radiate into an already fragile environment. We risk adding more negative energy to a space that is desperate for healing. Instead, we can choose to be an anchor. By returning to our heartbeat, staying incredibly focused, and intentionally generating loving kindness, we radiate a positive, stabilizing energy. We hold space. Our silent, mindful presence becomes a subtle but powerful wave of support for those who are suffering and for those who are actively helping. In a world that often reacts to tragedy with a contagious panic, remaining anchored in compassion is a profound act of service. The ability to hold our peace is tested not only in grand moments of crisis but in the friction of our everyday interactions. We walk through a world where people are carrying their own invisible burdens, and often, that pain spills over onto us. The world, as the saying goes, will inevitably throw lemons at us. It will throw rocks, and sometimes, it will throw bitter melons. When someone cuts us off in traffic, speaks to us with harshness, or directs their unhealed anger our way, our instinct is almost always to react. We catch the anger, hold on to it, and throw it right back. But what if we chose the path of emotional alchemy? When the world throws lemons, we can collect them and make lemonade. When someone throws a rock of criticism or cruelty, we do not have to use it to bruise ourselves. We can lay it down and use it to decorate the garden of our resilience. And when we are handed the bitter melon of an unpleasant truth or a difficult encounter, we can recognize that, though bitter, it might contain the exact medicine we need to grow. Toxic behavior thrives on reaction. It is a dark hunger that feeds on our anger. When we react, we become victims of someone else's delusion. But if we can learn to let their harsh words pass right through us, imagining our ears connected by a hollow straw, where the noise simply enters one side and exits the other to vanish into the wind, we protect our peace. We can look at the person acting out of pain, refuse to record their negativity in our minds, and respond only with a silent, smiling wish. May you be well, be happy, and be peaceful. Then, we simply walk away. Protecting this peace requires daily, sometimes momentary, maintenance, much like the physical habits we rely on to keep our lives in order. Think of the morning ritual of brushing your teeth. As we stand before the bathroom mirror, inevitably, a few stray specks of toothpaste or water will splash onto the glass. The easiest, most logical thing to do is to take a towel and wipe the mirror clean right then and there. Yet, so many of us leave the spots. We tell ourselves we are too rushed, or perhaps we succumb to a momentary laziness, promising to clean it later. Days pass, the spots harden, and soon the mirror is so clouded that we can barely see our own reflection clearly. Our minds work in the exact same way. Throughout the day, little grievances, tiny annoyances, and minor frustrations splash onto the mirror of our consciousness. If we do not wipe them away immediately, if we hold on to the annoyance of a rude coworker or the frustration of a delayed train, those spots dry and harden. Over weeks and months, our mental mirror becomes covered in a thick layer of unwholesome thoughts. We become overwhelmed, stressed, and disconnected from our true selves. When we finally decide to clean our minds, it requires immense effort. We have to seek out emotional cleaning supplies and scrub away years of accumulated resentment. How much easier it is to simply wipe the mirror the moment the spot appears. Letting go immediately, right in the present moment, is the daily hygiene of a joyful life. The main reason we struggle so much to keep our mental mirrors clean, and why we are always rushing past the present moment, is because our attention has been entirely hijacked. We have all taken on a very demanding, very jealous companion that fits right in our pockets. From the moment we open our eyes in the morning, our first instinct is not to stretch, breathe, or greet the day, but to reach for this glowing rectangle. We check our messages, scroll through feeds, and immediately surrender our fresh morning energy to the opinions, demands, and curated lives of others. If we see a positive comment, we feel a fleeting high. If we see a negative one, our entire day is ruined before we have even stepped out of bed. We have become entirely dependent on this constant stream of stimulation, carrying our phones with us into the kitchen, the bathroom, and the deepest corners of our private lives. We are constantly multitasking, trying to read while checking notifications, trying to eat while watching videos, and trying to converse while texting. In doing so, we are fracturing our focus and actually shrinking our capacity to remember, to be present, and to truly experience our lives. We are forgetting how to do just one thing at a time. The path back to peace requires us to bravely set this companion aside. It means eating and only eating, feeling the texture and taste of our food. It means taking a shower and just feeling the warm water, without the distraction of music or podcasts. When we do one thing at a time, with our full presence, we step off the exhausting treadmill of modern distraction and reclaim the vividness of our own lives. Reclaiming our lives must begin with a deliberate and tangible act of intention each morning. Instead of reaching for a screen to tell us how to feel, we can take ownership of our day before the world has a chance to intrude. Imagine leaving the phone locked in a drawer, walking to a quiet space with a physical pen and a piece of paper, and writing down a simple, profound declaration. Today is going to be my peaceful day. There is a unique magic in returning to the tactile act of writing. As your hand moves across the paper, your mind is intimately paired with the physical motion, anchoring the thought into reality. Then, you read the words, letting your eyes and mind absorb the promise you have just made to yourself. Finally, you speak the words out loud. You announce it to the room, to the universe, and most importantly, to your own heart. By engaging your hands, your eyes, and your voice, you build an unbreakable shield around your day. You declare that no matter what unexpected noises arise, no matter what heavy rocks people try to place on your shoulders, you will not carry them. You will let the noise pass through the straw, you will wipe the mirror clean instantly, and you will fiercely protect the peaceful landscape you have created. You realize that no one in this world has the power to ruin your day unless you hand them the permission to do so. When we commit to this practice, when we truly decide that we are no longer going to add to the suffering of our own lives or the lives of others, we become part of a larger, unseen movement of healing. It is like wearing an invisible peace bracelet, a permanent reminder that we are tethered to a higher way of walking through the world. Every time we choose patience over anger, every time we return to our heartbeat instead of lashing out, and every time we offer a silent wish of happiness to someone who has wronged us, we are changing the atmosphere of the planet. We have lived through years of intense global suffering, illness, and division, largely because the world has been spinning on an axis of collective anger and delusion. But if we, as individuals, refuse to participate in that cycle, everything shifts. Imagine if thousands, and eventually millions, of people chose to wake up and throw only love, kindness, and compassion into the universe. The universe, in turn, would have no choice but to shower that exact same energy back down upon us. We do not need to fight the world to change it, we only need to gently conquer the restlessness within ourselves. By walking in mindfulness, step by step, breath by breath, we slowly transform this earth into a sanctuary, ensuring it remains a beautiful, peaceful place for all the generations that will walk the path long after us.